Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever wondered how you can get wise and fast, not just for yourself, but in a way that actually helps everyone around you? Well, that's the huge question at the very heart of an ancient text, the Maharatnakuta Sutra. Today, we're going to dig into the Buddha's direct answer, a timeless, 8-part guide for living a life packed with purpose and compassion.
So it all starts with this one big question. And notice the really key part here. It's not just about finding some personal quiet peace. It's about gaining wisdom for the sake of all beings. This incredible, compassionate goal from a seeker named Guardian of the Nation is what kicks off one of the most practical teachings you'll ever find on building a truly meaningful life.
Now, the way the Buddha answers this it's just brilliant. He doesn't start with some heavy, complex philosophy or big cosmic ideas. Nope, he starts right here, with our own minds. He lays out 4 essential practices for working on our inner world. He calls them the 4 pure practices. And this is the bedrock. It's the foundation that everything else is built on. And here they are. Think of this as the blueprint for really purifying your mind and your intentions. A true heart, equality, thinking about emptiness, and making sure your words and actions match up. You know, they're simple to list out like this, but actually living them, whoa, that's where the profound work really begins. So let's break down what each of these really means. Okay, first step, a true heart. This is all about radical authenticity. It's a call to just drop the act, drop the flattery, the hidden agendas, all the little ways we try to twist things to our advantage. It means showing up in the world with a sincere, straightforward heart. And this isn't just about being honest with other people. It's about being brutally honest with ourselves. And that is the foundation of any real spiritual path.
This second one, wow, this is a huge challenge. It asks us to cultivate a mind that sees every single being with the same steady care a parent has for their only child. Think about that. It doesn't matter if they praise you or hurt you, if they're your best friend or your worst enemy. The practice is to offer that same compassion, equally, with no prejudice. That is a truly game-changing kind of love.
All right, this third practice takes us a little deeper into the nature of how things really work. It's the practice of seeing everything, including our own sense of me, as constantly flowing and connected, not solid and separate. By remembering that everything is kind of like a dream, just arising and passing away based on different conditions, we start to loosen our tight grip on things. And that grip, that's the root of so much of our suffering.
And the final piece of this inner foundation is all about integrity. It's about closing that gap between what we say and what we actually do. I mean, it's not enough to talk about being compassionate or wise. We have to be it. This practice is what makes the whole path real, tangible, something you can see in the world. It's really the ultimate expression of having a true heart.
So, once we've got that inner foundation getting solid, what's next? Well, the Buddha explains that to walk this path, which can be pretty tough, we also need some outside support. He calls these the 4 fearlessness practices, and they're designed to give us the strength and stability to just keep going without giving up.
And these are the 4 pillars of that support system. Dharani, which is like total memory, good teachers, a deep patience for the truth, and pure ethical actions. Altogether, they create a kind of safety net, a support system that lets all those inner qualities we're working on really grow without getting knocked off course by all the stuff life throws at us.
The first support, Dharani, is basically like developing a mental superpower. It's the ability to not just hear a piece of wisdom, but to totally absorb it, remember it, and weave it into who you are so it never leaves you. Imagine having a perfect mental library of every useful lesson you've ever learned right at your fingertips. That's the kind of reliable inner resource this is all about.
Now this is so important. The Buddha makes it really clear that we just can't do this alone. The journey is long, and it's super easy to get lost. So this practice is all about seeing the incredible value of finding wise teachers and good spiritual friends. People who can guide you, nudge you back on track, and inspire you when you feel like quitting. Their presence just melts away the fear that comes with not knowing the way.
Let's be honest, wisdom isn't always easy to take. Some truths, especially a big one like emptiness, can really shake up our normal view of the world. So this practice is about building up the mental and emotional muscle to just stay with these profound ideas. It's the patience to let them sink in and unfold, instead of just rejecting them because they feel weird or difficult at first.
And finally, we come full circle, right back to our actions out in the world. This is about living an ethical life, not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it literally creates the perfect conditions for a calm and stable mind. When our life isn't full of the chaos that comes from harmful actions, our mind just naturally becomes a much better place for wisdom to take root and grow.
Okay, so we've got these two sets of 4 practices, the inner work and the outer strengths. But what's the big picture here? What's the point of putting them all together? Why this specific combination?
See, this isn't just some random list of good things to do. It's a complete integrated system. The goal is to cut through all of our confusion, to develop a kind of wisdom that's both fast and certain, and, this is key, to gain the ability to help other people do the exact same thing. It's a path designed to create not just a wise person, but a compassionate and totally tireless force for good in the world.
This line from the sutra just captures the motivation behind it all so perfectly. This isn't about escaping the world. It's about looking at the suffering that's just part of life and developing this unstoppable drive to build a dharma ship, a vessel of wisdom and compassion to carry everyone across the ocean to a place of real, lasting peace.
And this is exactly why this ancient conversation is so incredibly important for us right now. These 8 principles give us a clear, powerful, and complete roadmap for anyone who wants to live with more purpose, more honesty, and more kindness. So I guess the question to leave you with is this. Looking at this map for a meaningful life, which one of these principles is calling out to you the most today?